We all sell, but not all of us sell well. There are many reasons why, but I've zeroed in on a few of them. Fear and purpose. If you are missing these elements, it's like a sailboat sailing around without the centerboard deployed. The boat spins around and around. It may look like a boat, have a lovely sail, but it's not going anywhere fast. The same is true of your sales team. Some may look like salespeople, but how many of them perform like sales superstars? I've been selling and leading sales teams for over 30 years, with quotas as high as $458 million. It's roughly $2 million a day. I'm also the author of an award-winning book called $1 Billion Sales Secrets. I'm thrilled to have won an Axiom Business Award for Sales in 2022. I will share more about my background and why I'm an excellent speaker addition to the lineup at your next sales event. So come on. The selling profession today is like no other. It's like playing chess on 6 different chessboards. Now, who can relate to that? Salespeople are under enormous pressure to make their numbers and delight customers. And that's on a good day. On bad days, it's like playing chess when you're in checkmate on 6 different boards, all upside down. Let me answer a few questions. Who is Joe Paranteau? What can he share with us about selling? Why should I read his book and hire him to speak? Let me start by helping you pronounce my name correctly. If you can say Toronto, then you can say Paranteau. It's that easy. Have you ever looked at someone and think you know them? We all do. I served in the Air Force and remember gravitating toward people who looked and acted like me in the first few hours of basic training. When they shaved our heads and they put us all in the same uniform, I couldn't find those people. I had to look deeper to get to the core. And it's an example of a valuable skill that I learned. It's one that I'd love to teach you and your teams. One of the things people don't recognize from my appearance is that I'm a member of the Montana Little Shoal tribe. I am Ozawa Makwa, brown bear. My family moved away from res life into suburbia when I was young, and I was the first in my family to attend college. It wasn't a linear path, though. I joined the Air Force to help pay for my way. I sold in college to help make ends meet as a stockbroker's assistant, a waiter, working phone banks for charities, and managing a Blockbuster video. I studied speech communication, which is how humans communicate. I participated in academic debate, student government, and sports. I had a few defining moments growing up that shaped me. And how I use these is to help others get better. I grew up poor, and one of my first experiences selling was going door to door, selling rocks that were like this, and we painted them to look like paperweights. I was about 8 years old, and I did that to help us earn money. But they weren't just paperweights. They were doorstops or napkin weights to keep napkins from blowing away in the wind. Scraped the inside of the glass in order to see the outside. And I used to look out of the frosted window pane. I hated those periods without electricity growing up. My patched up clothes, hand-me-downs, and thrift store fashion that never quite fit. It made me jealous and envious of others, and I wanted more. What is it that propels your team and your customers forward? Every person has a story. And even at 8 years old, I was never selling rocks. I was selling the future. What are you selling? One of the best ways to boost employee motivation and help them regain drive and confidence is to hear from sales keynote speakers who are experts in the field and who have seen both the ups and downs in the sales world. You want to introduce your sales team to real-world salespeople who can help your team regain its confidence and bring their A game to the table. In sales, we often let fear control how we stretch ourselves out and influence the stories we tell ourselves. Now, creating resiliency and assisting sellers to be bold is a passion that I have, and I can't wait to help them move past their own barriers and unlock success. I am a one-of-a-kind sales keynote speaker. If you've read the book The Challenger Sale, I was one of the salespeople to serve it. In Jamal Reiner's book called Mega Deal Secrets, he tells the story of one of my most prominent and most complex deals. Do you want to know the secret to what makes me different? Want to know the secret about what makes me different? Most people do. And I'm willing to share it with you and your team. My peers, clients, partners all encouraged me to write a book for a long time. At first, I blew them off, and after multiple people tell you the same thing, well, you stop and listen. My selling career is built on decades in sales and sales leadership. I've led more than 30,000 sales meetings, from leading Fortune 500 everyday brands all the way to emerging businesses. I've written the sales book that I wish I had, highlighting critical success factors, mindset, habits that all drive business success. I have an MBA in family business and entrepreneurship, which, from a credential standpoint, is very helpful. See, 80% of all companies today are family businesses. My undergraduate degree is in speech communication, and I focus on organizational communication. If there were a PhD in selling, I would have earned it. I've been certified in multiple selling methodologies. I've sold business to business and business to consumer and direct marketing. I'm a private pilot. I've got expertise in transportation, travel, retail, defense, manufacturing, healthcare, finance, and real estate. I'm eager and ready to put all of that knowledge to help you and your team. Let's talk about the offer. What you get is a highly experienced sales keynote speaker that can connect with your audience. Someone to offer fresh and innovative new ideas for the sales team. And it's more than a one-time speaking gig. It's a relationship. You can benefit from a wealth of resources, including my new book, ongoing training, coaching, support, and templates. You're going to increase sales immediacy to your customers in just a short amount of time. You're going to have a more engaged, customer-facing sales force with low employee turnover. Your customers will benefit from having a more involved sales team. And I can promise you, there's no rehashed run-of-the-mill lessons here. I'll tailor every speech to your audience to make sure it lands and resonates with them long after I leave. So what do you say?